Okay, Veronica. What made you try out for this particular role?
Well, actually, I did not particularly try out. When earlier this summer, Tim asked me to help him out with the performance that was scheduled in uh, down in Washington, and he wanted me to do the voiceovers. And I did the voiceovers, and from the voiceovers, he thought I did a good enough job with it that he presented what I consider doing this as like being the character of Hatshepsut.
How do you feel being a goddess on stage? You seem to relish it quite a lot. Is that true?
Yes, because I've encountered Hatshepsut before. Yes, some years ago when I was in college, I went to Wilberforce University, and our choir went to sing in Cairo, Egypt. And as the tourists, we were going around to the pyramids. The tour guide began to talk about the different historical features of Cairo, Egypt, and she slipped in this probably about a 5-second blurb about Queen Hatshepsut, and I was like, huh, what? Who is this person? And she began to, just give a brief description of who she was, and so I had to do my own research about her.
Now, you and Tim seem to have a pretty good relationship. Tim, what is it about her that you like?
She is a great listener. She's very talented and humble, and we have a working relationship with a one-woman play. I think a one-woman play is a different type of theatrical animal, and it's as much about the actors as it is about the work. And there's very few actors that can handle this type of work because it's very demanding.
Why did you choose this particular play?
I stumbled upon Hatshepsut. I was looking at the dearth and lack of storytelling about great black figures in ancient times, ancient history. Most of the history books and modern history books are written by Europeans, and much of it is propaganda. Much of it is after whitewash, the history whitewashed, or was written out of history. And so I realized there's a wonderful history that goes back thousands of years of time that the world doesn't know about. It's been either lied about or misrepresented. And modern media theater state's been lacking in that regard. So it's a huge historical void, the vacuum I wanted to fill. And so I kind of discovered this story, and it's one of many great figures out of ancient Egypt, Kemet. And I just kind of sealed on this figure to tell a small story, but to open up a wider door.
Well, the subject of a woman running a country, I mean, it's sort of foreign into the United States, but not to the outer world. As a young woman in this role, do you see the relevance to our society at this time?
Absolutely. It is very relevant for especially young black girls or young black women or women in general, that they have a place in society, and it not necessarily means that it has to be 5 steps behind the man or sitting alongside the man, but we are just as equal, and we can do what, as Hatshepsut says, do you not think you can do what they can do? And we are very capable of doing that. And in fact, we have done greater. Our ancestors, my grandmothers before me have done exactly that. They have held down the family. They have made sure that they have shot down rabid dogs. They have done a great deal to the life and blood of us now.
Well, you're very passionate about the role when you're in character, and now that you're out of character, you seem to have the same passion. Are you thinking of doing more of the acting, or just?
I love acting. Acting has always been a part of me. Growing up, I grew up in a Baptist church, a Southern Baptist church, and my mother always had me to participate in what we call children's days, the Christmas programs and Easter programs, and I never really understood why I needed to participate in those things. But it wasn't until in high school where I actually performed my very first performance, and it wasn't so much of the applause that I got back, in return once the play was over, but it was the practice. It was the process. And I loved it. I hated it, but I loved it. And it was great. It was fun. And to be able to go from being myself, this nerdy looking chick who was very active in school, to playing 10 different roles in one setting. 10 different personalities. Someone would call that schizophrenic, but it was fun to me to be outside of myself and to see other characters to develop. I loved it.
But Tim he's making this play more expansive in the future. Is she still gonna be part of?
Yeah, I hope so.
And even if I'm not, some other great woman could take this and go beyond it and make it greater.
I like the black lipstick. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Copeland.
Sorry with the mishap.
Thank you so much.
And when he sends me the whole story, I'll send a copy to you.
Sure.